For the first time since the electoral history of Kenya, IEBC has confirmed that they will be using uniformed officers and plainclothes officers. Those plainclothes officers is a tool for ballot stuffing.
Hello and welcome to Havana Media. Thank you so much for joining us today as we follow the latest unfolding events in Kenya's by-election. So today, as voters continue casting their ballots across various county constituencies here in Kenya, the atmosphere on the ground is charged with both hope and tension. From early morning, long queues have formed with Kenyans eager to have their say in the Mbeere and Kabuchai by-elections. But as voting goes on, political heat has already begun rising. Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has raised concerns claiming that there are ongoing attempts to tamper with votes in Mbeere. He says that his campaign activities were suddenly interrupted in a suspicious manner, which he believes could be part of a plan to influence the results.
For the first time since the electoral history of Kenya, IEBC has confirmed that they will be using uniformed officers and plainclothes officers. Those plainclothes officers is a tool for ballot stuffing. IEBC has given ballot papers to government agencies that have been pre-marked, and the officers in civilian, their work is to figure out how to get the pre-marked ballots into the ballot box. In Mbeere, for example, Mbeere North, 15,000 pre-marked ballots are being distributed now in a hotel 2 kilometers from Ebu town, where Kindiki is supervising. And these officers have been instructed to go to the polling stations, some pretending to be agents, others to be observers, others to be keeping security. The plan in Mbeere North is that 1,500 gangsters from Kayole and Gikambura in Kikuyu are in Mbeere. And their mission is to create chaos outside the polling stations so that the police officers inside can create more chaos, pretending to be agents. And in that situation of chaos, the pre-marked ballots will be put into the ballot boxes. Thereafter, the police will arrive and keep peace, and things will go back to normal. And then the voting will continue. By that time, the pre-marked ballot papers will have been in the ballot box already. We are therefore saying, and the CEO of IEBC, Marjan, is in Mbeere North himself overseeing that exercise. Let me ask government not to provoke the people of Mbeere North and the people of Kenya. Those people will not accept that situation. And I can tell you they are aware and they are waiting. And I think for IEBC, they have lost an opportunity to work on some credibility where Kenyans can believe that they can be trusted to oversee the general election. So let me ask the people of Mbeere North to be vigilant, to go and vote, and hang around. And when there is a signal that the goons and the police have brought chaos, they too must come and protect their vote.
On the other side, Eugene Wamalwa have echoed similar worries. Speaking to the press, Kalonzo insisted that democracy must be protected, accusing UDA of planning to interfere with voting patterns in both Mbeere and Kabuchai. He urged the IEBC to act very quickly and remain alert.
Last Thursday in particular, we did point out that Marjan is under instructions of the former commissioner, Professor Gule, who is William Ruto's political advisor on matters to do with IEBC. So IEBC, you are clearly on notice. So please, when the agents are there and the names are read out, I'll give an example. Any vote ya Karish in Mbeere North, if the clerks read, Karish, please agents demand to see the marked ballots. And at the end of it, before the presiding officer presses the send button, please ensure that the numbers that have been now kind of identified and announced, are also the same figure that will get now transmitted by the send button. We are saying this because we are aware in the case of Mbeere North, 15,000 ballots have already been particularly voted. They have already marked them. And so the idea is that they are going to make them, they all be met now at the constituency tallying center. And therefore, because of the lack of serialization, which you have talked about, anybody can mark and serialize everything. So we are pretty aware, and I must thank Kenyans. Kenyans are very, very smart. That's why my brother said they cannot be like some of our other neighbors. This is Kenya. Thank you.
Eugene Wamalwa on the other side, also sounding more agitated, claimed their campaigns had been disrupted multiple times and warned that such interference raises serious doubts about the fairness of the process. But however, the IEBC has moved to calm the storm. In an official statement, the Commission assured the country that the election remains safe, transparent, and well guarded.
Jana kumekuwa na women rep wa Kakamega, BLC Mohanda akigawa chakula cha msaada, relief food, mchele, maharagwe, akipeana mattress na blanketi ambazo mimi nilikuwa napeana nikiwa waziri wa special programs. Wale wamepata majanga kule Turukana, mafuriko kule Nyanza na kwingineko. Hii ni chakula ya dharura kusaidia msaada wale wameumia. Sio wapiga kura, wakulima wa bidii ambao wana chakula chao, lakini wanatumia chakula cha serikali, mattress za serikali kununua wapiga kura wapigie kura. Sio hiyo tu, njama ya pili kando na hongo ni kutumia fujo. Na hii fujo itakuwa kupitia hawa wahuni na polisi. Silaha hizi mbili za hongo na fujo tumejua zitatekelezwa wapi na nani. Kama Malava, nimetoka huko jana, mbunge wa Lugari, Bwana Nabina Bwera, tunajua ya kwamba wewe ndio komanda ambao umepewa jukumu hilo. Tunajua ya kwamba Mheshimiwa Wetangula, Mheshimiwa Mudavadi, Mheshimiwa Oparanya na viongozi wenzetu kutoka magharibi mwa Kenya wamekuwa kwenye njama hii wakiongozwa na none other than Faruk Kibet, msaidizi wa rais, karani wa rais. Sasa ndio mdosi wa hawa jamaa. Kile anasema is what goes in Malava. Ameishi kule mwezi mzima hajaondoka. Na leo tutataka tumwambie Bwana Faruk Kibet, ile njama umepanga tunajua. Kulikuwa na njama ya kwamba viongozi waweze kushikwa. Mheshimiwa Senator Halwale is targeted for arrest. Tunajua kuanzia usiku huu niko natafutwa. Senator Cleo Malala, governor anatembea na viongozi ambao wanaongoza campaign zetu. Hii njama wanataka waweze kutisha wananchi wasijitokeze kupiga kura wakisikia viongozi wao wameshikwa, na polisi wengi wamemwaga watu waogope kujitokeza. So siku ya leo tunataka tuambie tume hii, mtihani huu msiopita, mjue ya kwamba tayari mtakuwa umeanguka.
They asked leaders to avoid fuel panic, reminding everyone that every polling station is under strict monitoring. So security officers have also been deployed to maintain peace and ensure no intimidations or irregularities occur as voters continue streaming in. But at this moment, Kenyans watch very closely. Some are hopeful, some are anxious, and others even entertained by the political drama, waiting to see how today's voting will shape the final outcome. But as we continue waiting, remember, this is Havana Media, and if you enjoyed this update, please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and also make sure that you stay tuned for more breaking stories and reliable updates accounting to the by-election that is going on across various constituencies here in Kenya. My name is Oduor Billy. Make sure that you stay informed for more updates.